Commencing countdown T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
And we're live! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Saber Dice. My name is Cody, your handsome, talented host. And I'm here with some amazing...
Humble as well.
I'm here with some amazing, incredible, wonderful, sexy, talented, and those things people, excited for Gen Con people. We have, of course, SCLANDERS from How to Be a Great GM, who is somewhere in the United States. Have you found him yet?
Undisclosed location.
Please find him. We don't know where he is.
We also...
Make sure he gets to Gen Con on time. He's been eating nothing but cheese curds, so we need to save him.
He's somewhere in the Midwest. Next up is Jacob BUDZ from XP to level 3. We have David, a.k.a. Nerdarchy. Lauren, the Jinja Ninja, is playing our android operative Luna, and Domino is being played by Michael Hunt from Unmade Gaming. Here with a few words for our lovely sponsors, whom we appreciate from the bottom of our Texas hearts, is the one and only Jacob BUDZ. Take it away, Jacob.
Everybody, you guys, do you want to play D&D online with your friends like we do?
Or Starfinder.
Or Starfinder, or 3.5, or Pathfinder, or 2nd edition, whatever the heck you want. You should check out Fantasy Grounds, which is what we use for maps and dice and minis and all that kind of stuff. It's great. It's on Steam. It's really easy to use, and you should definitely get it because it's cool, and they sponsor us. Also, Dungeon Painter Studio. They really need to get our motto into their advertising, which is, do you want to paint a dungeon in a studio? Well, look no further to Dungeon Painter Studio. Also, on Steam, you can paint up those dungeons you can use in Fantasy Grounds, which is also really easy to use and a lot of fun. You can be like, here's a whole dungeon. I made it for all of my players, and then they'll all just avoid it, but you'll be happy that you made the dungeon. Also, we have a Patreon. You should check out our Patreon, where we have a podcast that goes up every week, TM. And where Michael runs a game of Jade Colossus for all of us, and we all act really dumb, and it's nothing like this game. It's really stupid. So you should go check it out. It's in podcast form and in video form, and you should really just get the video form because we make a bunch of crude gestures. Also, we're going to be at Gen Con. Go get your tickets and come to our event where we're going to play a game live in front of all of you guys. We're all going to be in one room. And then you'll get to have guys spit on you. That's going to be the best part. If you get right up in the
contractually,
front,
that's happening.
You'll go, cast your minds back, and then you'll just be like, and then you'll be blessed by the great GM.
And you'll be a great GM. That's actually how.
And that's actually how it goes over. So go do that. I don't think we have anything else.
If you are on the hunt for Guy, that's where he'll be.
Spitting on people. Yep.
Speaking of people, check out the podcast.
What? Wait, what?
Lauren has already said that she will be wearing a potato sack at Gen Con. So yeah,
Nice.
come and see us. And
I gotta cut the
ask us
armholes on that
questions.
before I go.
Do you
No,
though?
don't.
Or not.
Do you though?
I mean,
Let's walk around like this.
Wait, and a neck hole.
That's where you started. But it's just over the top of you and your arms
It's gonna be a
sticking
tube
out.
top.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We're excited to play some more Starfinder in this Oasis campaign as we are building further and further into the complex web that I have woven so masterfully. Cast your minds back.
When do we get to that?
I know, right? Cast your minds back, as SCLANDERS, a great GM, would say. Cast your minds back to last week, where the crew was limping through the drift on their way back to, hopefully, find Lacia, or at least find some clue as to who has taken her or where they might be able to find and potentially rescue her. But because of some, let's say, driving antics and an elite strategy on the behalf of the Rogue Infinity crew and their pilot at the moment, Snicked, they limped into the drift a little too close to a star. And so their engines have not been functioning fully properly. And that's when you all came on a pretty terrible scene of a Veskarian ship that had seemed to have been eradicated by a large Garagackle. Which is fun to say 3 times fast. And you made the decision to forego trying to salvage or claim any parts. But apparently, slowing down in the drift to have that conversation was enough to attract the remaining Garagackles who can phase through parts of the ship and who you picked up as stragglers. It was not a fun scene when the party was suddenly put on their heels to fight for survival amid their own ship of the rogue Infinity. Antics were had, gravity had been turned off and turned back on, NPCs were found to be useless, but eventually the party survived and made their way to their destination. After a quick little conversation to find out how much the star damage would be to repair to the ship, the Infinity Row crew headed off to the Lacia house to hunt down Lacia. After a bit of bribing, you eventually found the room that she was taken from, which had been taped off. The 5 of you decided to enter in, and that is where Luna pushed the door open, and you hear a shot ring out, blasting the wall above her head. Now, I'm getting a little bit of feedback from somebody. I don't know who that is, but it sounds like a very large fan, or Roomba, perhaps, is going off. So just a quick heads up on that.
Muted.
A Roomba.
A Roomba.
The world's biggest Roomba.
The world's biggest dog shit spreader.
Did it come back?
It's a true story. So that is where we will pick up. Luna, as you casually push the door open into the room past the crime scene tape, you hear, "What?" And the sound of a blaster going off above your head. It bursts above your head. As your eyes adjust to the room, you can see a figure dive behind one of the walls and into the hallway. What are you doing? Quickly!
She's taking out her gun and running after it.
Taking out your gun and running after it. Sander, Snicked, what are you doing?
Freaking get it, you freaking rust bucket!
What's happening? Who's doing what? What's happening?
Okay, so you yell a bunch. Jet and Domino, what about you two as you see Luna roll into the room, diving after the person that fired at them?
Yeah, if Luna's rolling into the room full combat mode, I am also rolling into the room full combat mode, but not as cool as Luna. I like
Matt Black, Mall Cop.
And I like just walk in with my guns.
Okay.
And I try to find whatever shot at us.
You casually walk in with your guns. All right, so we're going to jump into a quick initiative order here, because that's always fun to do.
Before we shoot everybody, as we are prone to do, so Domino's upgrade is a targeting computer, and anyone who's not in, as long as they're not in full concealment, I ignore that shit. So can I flavor that in that I have like scanners, and I want to see what is this person? Like, do I recognize their vague shape?
You did not get a good glimpse at this person because Luna was the one that pushed her way into the door, and this individual has rolled into the hallway, which I think would certainly qualify as full concealment. You literally don't see her if you peek into halfway in the door as you're standing out in the hallway. So as we jump into initiative here, a Sander, but I mean, if you do see her, you can fire at her and ignore any cover. Sander, what are you doing out in the hallway? It's your turn.
You click the unmute button. Then what do you do?
Luna's just jumped into the room. There's a gunshot. I go to the end of the corridor and look down it to make sure that no one is coming up from the rest of the hotel.
Okay, you do that, and at the moment, you don't see anyone coming out. This has all happened very quickly. Snicked, before it is your turn, this particular individual is going to act. And Luna, as you go diving into the room, you hear this individual. It sounds like a feminine voice, as she says, Plucky, help! I will give you a free perception check if you would like to look around for Plucky.
Plucky? Is that what she said?
You clearly hear the words, Plucky, help!
Yeah, 16.
You surprisingly don't notice anything as your machinery is kicking in and you're going full Terminator mode, getting up from your knees to
She's
to
like,
follow
Plucky's
along.
going down. She's like,
I don't know who the fuck Plucky is, but they're about to get it.
oh, fuck 'em.
All right, so it's going to be Snicked and then your turn, Luna. Snicked, what are you doing?
Quick! Maneuver C! And the Scrappy, that's right, Scrappy. I haven't got much sleep. Scuttles in through the door and up the wall.
Okay, Scrap Heap.
And I'm attached to him, so
You're attached to him?
yeah.
Interestingly enough, as you skitter into around the door and up, and you look up, you are face to face with a slightly larger robot that looks remarkably like Scrap Heap in build design. As it is also clinging to the walls, and you can see it has a flamethrower on the front of it, pointed not at you, but at Luna down below.
It doesn't. So, we're going to attack it then.
All right, give me an attack, buddy.
All right. Let's see what we got. So that's a 16 and a 10.
Is that EAC or KAC? KAC. That is not enough to break the KAC. It has a 22 KAC.
Ooh, then I will try and light it up. Freaking junkie again, really? That is a 21 EAC.
An EAC of 21 is enough. As you fire off your, what is this tri-laser?
Yeah, my trusty tri laser.
Yeah, throw me some damage, buddy.
He can suck 7 Bernie points of damage.
It seems to do a little bit. It definitely hits the creature, and it turns its head, but the way it turns its head is you realize its head is literally segmented as like 2 rotating squares. So basically what happens is as it's looking down at Luna, the back of its head turns and looks at you.
That's a warning, junker.
Luna, what are you doing? As you hear Snicked firing off a couple shots above your head on the door, above the door frame.
She's still going after this main person.
Yep.
That she saw.
Absolutely. You take a few steps and you're in the hallway where this individual is holding down a gun, and she's literally got a grenade in her hand like this. She's going to use her reaction to do one of these things, and she decides very quickly to throw the grenade.
Can I use a reaction to catch it?
Absolutely.
Great.
How are you going to do that? Give me a... let me see here. Give me an
can I do that?
acrobatics check.
Sold.
Give me an acrobatics check.
That's a 23 with a 2.
Jesus
I'd like to
Christ.
throw it back at her.
I had set the DC to 22, so I didn't realize that you...
Hey, but, before
No,
we start
it's
throwing
yours.
grenades at NPCs that we
She
think...
threw it at me first!
What if it's Lacia? Just
Listen,
saying.
I don't mean
What
to
if
sound like
it's-
a child, but she kind of started it.
You're very... I will tell you this. You're certain that this is not Lacia, because you can tell underneath of her hooded... she sort of has like a big heavy coat on, like a trenchy coat thing with a hood, and she has it pulled up, and it's being propped up over the top of her head as 2 antennas stick out.
Oh,
And
blow her up. It's
you're,
fine.
you're pretty confident it's not Lacia. So yeah, you catch the grenade.
Robot Mutombo over here.
and-
Not in my house.
I'd like to throw it back harder.
Okay, you throw it back. So, I have a question. Do you want to hit her with the grenade like a rock, or do you want to land the grenade as precisely as possible in the AoE blast? Either one is fine, and they
I have
might
a better
both work.
idea.
What about
I have a
both?
better idea. Can I run up to her and put it in her mouth?
You can certainly run up to her.
Okay.
I don't know that they would just stand there like mouthing. I mean, I don't know. She might go, "Oh fuck!" and
When she catches it, if she tries to run, she'll throw it. If she doesn't, she'll move, depending on what she does.
well, that was her reaction. So you know what? I'm gonna say that she was not expecting that. You totally have her by surprise. It is your turn. What do you want to do with this grenade? It's about to. It's about to go
straight
off.
out. Do not resist. She just has it running back at her straight out.
That's not how grenades work.
Okay, so here's what happens. I need a dex.
Say what kind of grenade it was.
I need. Oh, you don't. You're not sure. I mean, she threw a grenade. You caught it.
Pin and throw.
Give me a.
Can't put the pin back in.
Jesus Christ! Give me a dexterity.
Go get your pin.
Give me a dexterity saving throw of 28.
Okay.
Go catch it.
That's not a save.
As an assassin robot, you just have a bandolier of various grenade pins.
That was a check, not a save. How do I do a save?
This always happens to me.
She rolled a 1. She definitely fails. All right, so here's what happens as you run up with this grenade. You have not taken a moment because it's just instinct to grab this and do what you did. You are going to take 2, 3, 4, 5. 6,
Reflex save that you
You
That's
might
what I
not.
wanted. Reflex save.
On the right hand side of your sheet, Lauren, what's your reflex save? Is it the same as your
9.
dexterity?
Plus 9.
So it would be plus 5 more than that. So she got a 24.
Yeah, so you still fail. All right, so each of you take 32 damage. And
Each of us? Oh, there's just the two of
just
them.
the two in the hallway. As this grenade explodes, but not in like a fracturing way. It explodes in a way that sends this really thin wire tangling up everything in the area, kind of like a net. And the two of you, and then after it catches, the two of you go zuck, and you are like face to face with each other as the electrical shock begins to take effect.
When you say two people, do you mean me and her?
You and her are now zip
Making
tied
out. Got it.
and face to face as you slam in. I'd say you're probably taller than her, so it's probably like face to neck. As the two of you zick,
Ladies?
and you begin to be electrocuted and zapped here for 32 points of damage. You are both restrained. Jet,
It's not after dark.
you hear Jet, you hear things as you hear huh, catch. Oh shit!
Do not resist. Can I see who that is?
You can run into the room and thus into the hallway. Plucky has not gone yet.
Well, I don't care about Plucky. I don't even know who that is. She's bluffing. I'm going to look down the hallway.
Okay. Well, I mean, so you want to go into this room, and then there is a
where the
hallway.
electricity noises are coming from.
Oh yeah, it takes you almost no time.
Okay, cool.
You know, it's 15 feet to get through this little room and turn. I mean, this area, it's a hotel, so the hallway is like 10 feet. 10, 12
got
feet.
it.
It's not a massive area. It does have a few different rooms off of it, like a small apartment, but it's not a big area.
Okay. Do I see the two of them electrocuted?
Yes, you see some hooded some hooded figure absolutely wire pressed up next to Luna with both of their arms pinned down to their sides, restrained.
Okay. Are they being like constantly tased? Do they look like they can talk?
They look like they have been tased once.
Okay. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna take my gun out. I'm gonna hold it to this other person's head. I'm just gonna say, "Who are you?"
And you hear her kind of grunt a little bit.
Where's Lacia?
What? I don't have Lacia. How do you know Lacia? And at this point, it's Plucky's turn.
Oh no.
Plucky turns, sees the rat figure riding a very similar robot, and proceeds to just literally rotate its flamethrower like a lazy Susan on the top of its body, aim it right at Snick's face, and fire away. I need a
Watch the fair, buddy.
I need a reflex save, David, of 22, please.
It's not even a robot. It's just a lazy Susan with a flamethrower.
I might have been inspired by BattleBots. All right, you save. Yeah, you save. I need one for a scrap heap as well, please.
All right. He's so dexy anyway. Bam!
Both of you make it. You're going to take half of that in fire damage.
All right.
And then you see it kink, 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 with its second head begin to move down the wall, and it moves up behind Jet, and you can see it, Jet, kind of go zzz, as it rotates through 3 weapons, and eventually and it seems to be holding up some sort of gun to your back. Domino, what are you doing during all of this?
You know, hanging out. Do I see this robot?
Yes.
Robot?
You see the robot.
I reach out and touch Faith. I reach out and touch the robot. So I'm going to make a touch attack because I'm injecting some nanobots inside of its stupid bot head. Once I figure out where I do.
An EAC of 21.
Great, I'll miss. That's fine, though. Kapow! I missed.
Okay.
That's it. That's the whole turn.
As you move up, it just kind of, it's got this gun, and it still has the second head looking at the hallway, and you just see it, literally, you're like casting, and you move up, ready to do your thing, and it just slides over to the side.
Literally the most elaborate spells.
Sander, you're in the hallway. Noise is happening from the room, but, you know, nobody's coming out of their doors yet.
Is everybody inside the room except for me in the corridor?
Yes.
I very discreetly check that no one is in the corridor, step into the room, and then close the door very quickly. Quiet!
You look up to see, like, you can smell smoke, and, like, you can look up and can see Snikt as, like, had to put a couple of extra little wild flames out on his jacket.
Are you all right, Snikt? You need a cream?
This frigger just tried to set me on fire. I'm going to friggin' mess him up so bad I need an airlock to stuff him out.
Just do it quietly. We are in a hotel and we're not supposed
I'm going to take him apart, and then I'm going to put him back together again so I can take him apart again.
Snikt, it's your turn! As the Sander slides into the room and shuts the door.
All right, remember what we talked about. Use the laser this time. Oh, double 17s. So
Nice.
21s.
On EACs, that hits. Both
Yes.
of them.
About time, you fricker.
3 more damage.
And
And 5 more damage. So 8 more damage as you blast into the side of this thing.
all right, and then he can suck tri-laser.
He does not suck Tri-Laser.
Another warning shot.
You're firing around on the side of Domino here, who's kind of on one side of the hallway as this thing is shifted over to the side, still keeping its flamethrower and weapons pointed at Jet. And that's going to bring us to Luna, who is kind of having a little bit of a standoff here in the hallway with all this. You're currently restrained at the moment, madam.
She has like a short like bob of hair, and half of it is singed, and you can just see a little bit of metal underneath on the side of her face.
When did it get all Star Hub in here?
She's gonna try to break free.
Yeah, escape. Give me an escape roll. It's only 15, the DC.
Really good question with Saber Dice. Will there
A
ever be
what?
an episode where
An
Lauren
escape, an acrobatics check.
Thank you. 26.
Yeah, you don't roll the 1, and you're out if you would like to be.
Yeah. She just kind of like, and like everything falls down. And she's going to, is this other person just laying on the ground?
Yeah, she kind of slumps down, and she's holding her hands up to Jet, who has a gun pointed at her, even though Plucky has a weapon pointed at Jet.
Luna points her gun also at this woman on the ground, just in case. Why are you here? And how do you know Lacia?
I'm looking for Lacia. I'm a Starfinder.
Oh, shit.
Ugh, one of them. Frick.
When was the last time you spoke to her?
It must have been a cycle ago.
Okay, yeah, we're also friends of Lacia, so call off your giant robot, we won't shoot you.
At this point, you hear from the glass outside. Asander, you get a really great view at this absolutely stunning android. And I say stunning because of the way that he has his face structured is very angular, kind of like Bizarro from Superman. And it's just kind of like a perfect geometry of points on his face. He rolls in and he appears to be holding a massive rifle that you recognize as something that's probably fully automatic. But he's haphazardly pointing it all the way down the hall at pretty much everyone in the hall. Now what's going on here?
Are you also Starfinder?
Who wants to know?
Friends of Lacia.
It's fine, V2, I think. I think everyone's about to put the guns down. Yes? And she looks very specifically at you, Luna, who she has been quite intimidated with after throwing a grenade at you, having you catch it, and then just run up back over to her.
She takes her hand that's actually missing digits and just sort of puts it over her throat and pushes her down a little bit, and just like she lowers her weapon while she's doing this. You owe me hair. And then she stands back up and puts her rifle on her back.
All right, and at that, it kind of seems like everything begins to settle down, even though V2, the android, kind of still has his gun propped up on his side, but you can tell that the tense motion as he's kind of sticking it out kind of begins to relax and shift it back down.
Why are you looking for Lacia?
I'm a Starfinder. Lacia's a Starfinder. 2 and 2.
How do you know that
four.
she's missing?
Well, we tracked her here, and apparently there's been some sort of a crime. As you can tell, and he kind of shifts his gun back over to the door by all the tape outside, and he kind of points around the room, and you can see all the shit that has been knocked over that you actually saw on the video whenever her message was originally sent to you in the Rogue Infinity.
So she has been taken.
Would seem like it. How do we know these guys didn't take her?
Because of a bunch of goody two shoes.
If you'll allow me,
Hey, get your robot off my back and I'll drop my gun.
Plucky, down boy.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought, big boy. You had it coming.
It
I
kind
will
of
put my guns away.
as it passes you, Snicked, you swear that it sniffs at Scrap Heap for just a moment.
His back axle.
And she finishes reaching in, and she pulls out a little hologram badge that you've, unfortunately, most of you Rogue Infinity crew have seen before. Most of the time, it's not under a circumstance of it being casually and, tenderly presented to you, but more shoved in your face as people yell and whatnot. But it does appear to be a Starfinder badge. You have seen this before.
Do any of you know what this is? In case you need to know, I look towards the rest of our party.
I think we've all had experience with stuff.
All right, well, just make
You mean the badge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you Lacey's friends. You guys know her, right?
From the Strange Artifacts Division, yes. I'm Keanu. And she kind of holds her hand out to shake your hand, Jet.
Yeah, I shake it. Right. We're looking for her. Did she send you a message as well?
No. I have. It has been a full cycle since I've heard from her, but
explain to me what a cycle is.
Well, it kind of depends on the system you've been from. Are you homeschooled?
No. How did you? Who told him? Who told you?
That's it. Good night, folks. We're done here.
Nothing else to say.
It's, well, she sort of stole a bunch of research. We were digging into Oasis on the same research team.
You're not looking for her, you're hunting her.
I'm not hunting her. I promise. I just want to make sure that she's okay. You know, some of the stuff that, and obviously she's been taken.
If you leave and you don't have those research notes, you'll be fine.
I just want to make sure Lacia is okay. Starfinders don't care about individual glory. It's about restoring knowledge that was lost to us. Okay? It's about the adventure. I'm a museum collector. I don't care whose name is on the artifact in the museum. I just want the stuff found and discovered. We're explorers. We're curious. We're here to solve the universe's greatest mysteries.
Oh my God! Shut up. Okay, great.
Yeah, lady, I don't care whose name's on it either, as long as we get paid.
Lacia's been kidnapped.
Yeah, I can see that. So,
You know what knowledge you can add to your book? And she just holds up her hand. How to catch grenades.
You're very loud. If you just come this way, you don't have to yell as loud.
oh right. Well, you know. So, what's your name? He kind of strolled right up to you, Domino. He stands about a foot taller than you do.
Ooh. My name is Domino.
Nice to meet you, Domino. V2. And he extends his hand out to shake yours as well.
Do you know anything about tattoos of lightning bolts with wings? Particular gang operating in this area?
Yeah, well, we've done a little bit of research here. Turns out that we tracked that badge back to the Tronics. It's not a gang. It's a manufacturing company. They do have their own security force, but we kind of ran into a dead end there.
What do you mean, dead end?
Well, apparently, a bunch of their uniforms were broken in and stolen. So we're kind of here, again, looking for further clues to figure out where Lacia went. Also, I wasn't in the Strange Artifacts division. I thought you should know. And he turns over and says that to Luna.
Very interesting. Where are you from?
I guess I'm more of a, what you could call a doer. If something needs getting done, they bring in a good old V2.
I go over to Sander and I kind of rub his elbow and I'm just like, you got some competition now.
I beg your pardon? What do you mean I have...
Probe people too, then.
So
Over to him.
Oh, I've definitely probed a few people, but it wasn't for any medical purposes.
Guys,
You look
get
like
my
the
drift.
type of person who probes people.
Thank you.
You're
Look.
welcome, I think.
Hamatronics. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Hamatronics is a service company for this hotel.
No. They make, I don't know, some kind of widgets. They work in telecom, planet-wide. Well, planets-wide. They design telecom systems to help isolated planets communicate to other systems.
So why bother stealing the uniforms in the first place?
That's a great question. Maybe they, said that they were here on official business or whatnot. All I know is that they weren't from Hamatronics, or at least that's what corporate's telling us. As far as I can tell, they're really not very involved. Do you have any idea on who else might be hunting for Lacia?
Yes.
Yeah, lots of people.
Well, yeah, I mean, naturally, that kind of goes with the territory when you're, discovering artifacts that have been lost to us for millennia or even longer.
Oh, frack, I wish you would get lost.
Well, that is rude.
Ugh, yes.
You know what else is rude? And she holds her hand up again, throwing grenades at people.
I thought you were here to kill us or something, or,
I'm still considering it.
You're all armed and you look dangerous, and plucky scanners went off, and then you just pushed open the door, and I got nervous.
Hey, you know what? Points to the entire crew. We look scary and dangerous. That means we are doing something right.
Yeah, you are.
Anyways, so you guys
Hammertronics.
you assume that she should be here?
Well, this is the last place, and we've been here before, but we thought we would come back after the Hammertronics lead kind of fell apart on us.
Let's try to pick up on a trail and try to find her.
Okay, well, do you have any ideas?
No.
I'm a researcher. I don't know how to really do any investigation.
Oh, it's okay. We're really, really good at that.
Captain, if I might have a word, perhaps also with you, Domino, and Luna, and Snicked, in private.
Yes.
Of course.
I'll leave my comms on, but I'd like to watch this one.
I'm
keep an eye on
sure. Okay.
It's nothing personal. Ship's business sort of thing.
She puts her comms on and leans against the other side of the hallway that this girl is sitting on and pulls her rifle over her shoulder and just kind of sits there. So she can listen in, but she's not.
You see V2 mosey on up to you, and he kind of puts his giant rifle down in between and kind of leans against the wall. So, how many cycles old are you? You look like you might have seen one or two things, you know what I'm saying? Or a dozen.
A dozen is a lot.
I think so. And he kind of looks off in the other direction. Me,
Once we're out of earshot,
I was born just 13 months ago. It was crazy. I don't know what android had this body beforehand, but they took good care of it. I'm definitely trying to do the same, you know? Keep all the parts oiled. You get my drift? Gotta stay flexible. Lean, mean, fighting machine.
You catch my drift jive?
What's the coolest thing you can do?
Oh, I can totally do this. And he gets down and he starts doing push-ups, but like with his legs perfectly vertically in the air. And he's so tall that his feet actually touch the little ceiling here in the hallway. Oh, wait. And he takes one hand and he's still doing push-ups. How cool is that? Also, I can do, calculations while I do this. Sometimes you just gotta let your mind drift.
You're fascinating. And she looks down at the hooded woman. Can I see your face?
I'm sorry? My face?
She's gonna go down and pull her hood down unless she moves it. Yeah.
She's a very attractive by standards for people that are attracted to regular people. I don't know how your android particularly feels, but you can tell symmetrically that she is a Lashunta. They're well known for being very striking, and she certainly fits the build.
So is the pretty ones that are assholes. And she's still looking at her hand.
I can probably fix that for you.
Guys, should we leave her in there with them? I think Luna really likes that one. She offered to kill her like 3 times.
Do push-ups with one hand, but the normal way while you fix my hand. And then I'll be impressed.
Oh, watch this.
She sits on his back and reaches in front of his shoulder so he could fix her hand with one hand.
It's remarkable.
Watch this, and he starts doing push-ups with no hands.
His torso begins to twist, and he begins to do very wonderful things for your hand, Lauren.
Gross.
In the next room.
Very talented. Sandra, what were you saying?
I'm sure she's fine, Snicked. She can handle herself. I have full confidence. That's not the point. Captain, if Hammertronics is some kind of interstellar communications provider, communications require a lot of power. Power is expensive to generate. If they heard that Lacia has a Terratham sphere, they might want to use that to power their communications. This whole idea of the uniforms being stolen could very well be corporate cover-up, in which case that would account for why they were wearing uniforms coming into the hotel. But it's unlikely that this hotel would have had any business with them unless the hotel really needs to have massive amounts of intercolonial communications happening.
So you think they do know about Oasis, and they're just trying to get the Terratham spheres so that they can power their stuff?
It's just a theory, Captain, but something that I think is equally important. When have you ever met a Starfinder who doesn't follow the rules, aside from those like Lacia who really shouldn't have been a Starfinder at all?
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't take their badges too much into account then.
More a case of we take their badges into account completely and realize that the moment they find Lacia, they will arrest her for stealing the artifacts from the Order.
So that they can find Oasis for themselves.
Well, that might be one of their noble goals, but I think that their emotional, moral overrides would compulse them to arrest her for those crimes.
You're smart, Doctor. You're smart.
Not particularly. Just thinking out loud, Captain. That's why I thought we should talk about it.
So we need to still find Lacia. We need to get her first before they do.
Yes. Unless, Domino, you have any tricks for finding out any more evidence, I could try and scan for DNA of individuals who've been in here, but if the Starfinder idiots have been traipsing around this place since, well, for the last week or so, DNA will be difficult to track, and the assailants could be anywhere.
Cody, are there any pieces of computer stuff around? They seem to have taken Lacia, but did they take all of her shit as well?
Several of it has been broken, and that's part of this room being ravaged. So strange. Whoever came and took Lacia didn't care to take her personal computer. It's almost like as though they left it there purposefully, or maybe they weren't interested in the information on it.
I don't like how you say those words.
Like a game master, maybe even a great GM.
It sounds like you said they left a trap in the laptop. There's a trap in or around the laptop.
No, it's smashed. It's smashed. There's little buttons.
Listen,
I don't know if
I've
you've ever had
seen-
an angry father who is home from back surgery playing your Xbox while you're at school and likes to
in
break
SkyS. I know you
controllers.
can rebuild that
It's like
shit.
little
That's
A
oddly
buttons and
specific,
X
Cody.
buttons from your Xbox controller all over your bedroom when you get home
Oddly
from school.
specific.
At
Guys, when they say that playing
3:25.
tabletop games in therapy, well, they're wrong. I've seen an episode of SVU. I know you can rebuild.
And then suddenly there's a Mad Catz controller there. Like, it's not even the official Xbox controller. Like, what the fuck is
it
this?
a board game or is it a tabletop game? Because if you're playing Monopoly, you might kill someone.
There's little keys all over from the laptop.
What's happening right
As
now?
though somebody smashed it with a bat.
So we got the scene of Office Space in here. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take the pieces of the computer. I'm fairly certain that I can rebuild this thing, right? It's a matter of solder and some duct tape and some robot spit, and we'll figure it out.
It takes you almost no time to realize that the hard drives have been taken from the computer. The rest of it has been destroyed.
Fantastic.
Jet, could you speak to the cleaning staff of the hotel? You're particularly persuasive. A group of thugs walking into Lacia's room wearing specific uniforms might not have gone unnoticed by
I'll
someone.
go find them and see if they know anything. I'm pretty sure they'll talk to me.
Clearly
And
certain
if
they
not,
will.
I can offer a few credits their way. We still have some money.
And Snicked, is there any way that you could get the surveillance cameras to tell us or show us what they saw on that night?
Did we pass any surveillance cameras?
I would say that the hotel definitely has surveillance cameras. These systems are notoriously hit or miss as far as unbelievably easy to break into, like a videotape at the back of a 7-Eleven, or unbelievably difficult when their casinos are involved and will have firewalls and security systems to cause pain and or suffering if caught.
Give me like 5 minutes.
Luna, how is your bonding going with the other two Starfinders?
You can't just ask someone about their bondage.
Bonding, Snicked.
She's listening to all this, and she finally turns her comms on because she's been listening but not sending anything. Well, it's interesting. Lahuna has not found anything yet, but my hand is being fixed by this quite exquisite being, and she's just kind of like looking around at him because he's just fixing her hand while doing push-ups.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
She's not easily impressed, but like she's a little impressed.
Do you think you could get in deeper with them, really get in there and just make sure that you are as deep within them as you can and try and probe them for any information, suck it out of them?
I do believe
Really?
that I left that attachment on the ship.
What? Just talk
What?
to them.
Oh, yes. Do you have any information regarding Luna's I'm Luna, regarding her whereabouts.
Lacia's whereabouts?
Or she's talking to the woman, because the guy's just a meathead.
No, we came here hoping that, we might be able to find some more clues. Obviously, if it wasn't Tronics, we don't know who else Lacia has been caught up with over the past cycle.
And if you find her, what then?
Well, we're going to make sure that she's okay. Talk to her, ask her, help her find Oasis, or I don't know. We were keeping tabs on her. Look, I know that she took data, but Lacia was so much to me.
What was she to you?
Give me a persuasion check. No, not a persuasion check. Give me a... What system are we playing here?
Perception?
No, not perception here. Give me a...
diplomacy.
Diplomacy check.
Yikes. 14.
Massey.
I don't know if I should get into... She was a very important person to me. We shared birthdays and friendship. And a lot of work. We shared a lot of work together, but I'm not upset at her. I don't care that she took off. At this point, I just want to make sure that she's okay. And I'm sorry, but V2 obviously doesn't care. He's been put in my charge. I'm his superior. He will do as I've said. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, it's not like I can't think for myself, but she's in charge. I respect that. I like a woman in charge.
Gross.
Listen, if you can't tell us why she's important to you, then we can't trust you. And we can't give you any of the information that we've found while following her. We've been sent a transmission by her.
We kind of got married.
She cuts off the comms for a second, thinks about it, and then turns them back on.
It just happened. We thought we would run away, and we headed to Nick's, and we sort of had a small ceremony, and, things were great for a few weeks, and it was great. I got to work with her every day, and then she left.
This is coming in over the comms?
Yeah, I turned it off after she said that, so you would have heard it click, like go silent. And then a few seconds later, she turns it back on. So you would have heard everything. She didn't cut anything out. She just felt bad for a second because she...
In that second of silence, Domino walks over to Assander with his arms out. It's okay.
Fix the damn computer, robot, Assander says to Domino as he storms into the hallway. I'm going to slam my hand down on this little tentacle, little alien being thing and try and force a mind link. I'm going to read her mind to see if she is lying or not.
It happens so fast, she doesn't...
Luna's recording this.
She doesn't even pull back. I would, it happens. I'm not even going to make her roll. It happens so fast. And because Lashunta are so telepathically and psychically sensitive, you kind of forced in and you can see you're getting everything crystal clear. You can see images flashing of them in a lab, pouring over a bit of metal with an Oasis symbol on it. Again, without the squid-like, serpent-like middle symbol. You flash forward a little bit, and you can see them at a party. And you can see the music in the background, or hear the music in the background, and people kind of jumping and bumping and having a good time and really getting drunk at this kind of like party bar. And you can see them sharing a few drinks, and you can see Lacia from her eyes as Lacia leans in and gives her a kiss. And she pulls back, and they kind of giggle, and her face turns red. You flash forward. You fast forward through the memories, and you can see them holding hands and going to watch films and seeing another concert. And you are seeing a side, Assander, of Lacia that is unprofessional. Not you're getting to see some real character from her as far as kind of her free will, and you can see from all of these memories that. I'm so sorry.
You got choked up. Sorry, guys.
That culminates in them running off to Nyx and having a small ceremony and returning married. And then you can see the pain from her as she realizes that Lacia is gone, coming into the lab with a note. You will have to give me one moment. I think I have somebody from Amazon knocking on my door. Give me a brief moment, guys. I'm sorry.
Guys, I would just like to... You're an idiot, Mike. I wish it says what it was in the fucking YouTube link, so I didn't click on that. Also, I just want to say that while this is happening, Nat was leaning down like this with her hand getting fixed, and her and the dude are just watching this.
Never gonna imagine this this backstory coming through, and it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, and then there's like Careless Whisper playing in the background. Weirdly meaningful because it's the one part. It's never gonna do it again. Kill 2 feet up. God, no reason. Just a Sander being really sad.
That was my woman.
Oh God.
Apparently the dog is in the neighbor's yard. I don't care enough about that dog. So I'll wait for the wife to get home or figure it out. I really hate that dog. I'm gonna throw that out there. This dog is great. Come here, Hades.
Somebody call PETA.
Come here, Hades. See, Hades is my good boy. All right, Athena is a fat bitch and I hate her.
That's my niece's name. She's 3.
Also, and true story, our other dog, Luna, that really is her name, is back there barking like a maniac. So, all right. Sander, yes, you see all of this culminating in both the ceremony and her seeing Lacia's note that she is gone, and that she has left. And you can feel the heartbreak and genuine feelings.
And a several 100-year-old video file of George Michael also.
He lets go of her forehead and just leaves the room. He leaves the hall back out into the hotel car.
Wait! I'm sorry. I guess we were both hurt. Badly.
Captain, she's telling the truth.
Sorry, what? What's going on? I was just talking up the janitors.
The Starfinder is telling the truth. She is...
Got it.
married.
I know what you... What? Wait, what are you talking about?
They are committed to each other, Captain. Lacia and Kiara are a single individual.
Got it. Yep.
Because Kiana and Lacia are together because Lacia likes Kiana and Kiana likes Lacia.
Okay, we'll talk about this
they're
later.
now together.
Talk about.
And they're married.
I get it.
They're married.
Right.
I will be in the casino.
Okay. How about you go get some robot drinks and you calm down.
Where's he going to pour it?
Into his port. Look, I'm just saying go relax for a minute. I'm sorry, but I got some janitors to talk to.
So does that mean she's coming with us to help us, or?
Yes, I would love to. I just want to make sure that Lacia is all right. After seeing this room, you can imagine what has been going through my mind over the past 3 weeks. 2 weeks. I don't even know what day it is.
Snit leans into Asander. Hey, buddy, we can space her if we take her in the ship. No more competition.
And that would make Lacia happy? Snicked.
No, it's gonna make her freaking sad as shit. But then you get in there, you talk to her, you make her happy. It'll be good for you.
Actual advice from Dave.
Fuck.
Snicked, I understand your species generally reproduces en masse.
Oh yeah, I got cousins, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts.
Yes, I now also understand why you are single. I will be in the bar if anyone needs me.
You don't even have a freaking mouth.
I am still human. Alcohol will affect me. I will figure it out.
Where are you gonna put it?
If I could give you...
I don't care what you
Have you got access to those scanners yet?
I'm gonna build a port just for your alcohol. We're gonna figure this out, buddy. And then once we get you good and drunk, we're gonna talk about some really bad decisions that's gonna change your love life forever.
I'm gonna give you an artificial liver.
Oh, give him a port for blowing as well. He had mentioned that.
We can probably fix that up.
Okay.
Although, I mean, we can do it. We can have some fun and put a port in him, and then you can blow bubbles in his brain jar. No.
What's your name again? And she looks down to the guy she's still sitting on.
He's actually has finished up, and he kind of takes your hand and he clasps it over, and he kind of gives it a couple pats, and then he tries to brush you to the side as his attention focuses on Kiana, and he bends down. It'll be all right, Kiana. All right, we're gonna find her. She's gonna be okay. All right, don't cry. And he kind of bends down, gets on his knees, and gives her like a big hug and pat on the back. No, and you hear him whisper, "Now that other guy, he's totally fucked." As he continues patting her on the back. That's quite all right, V2. I thank you. I assume that these are Lacia's friends, and that maybe we should work together, share some information, and find out who has taken her. She kind of looks back up. So, how did y'all know to come look for Lacia here?
I can't.
I think me and Sander down at the bar.
Yeah, Domino turns around and says, like, no one's here anymore. It's just Domino and Luna. And he goes, the doctor sent her a love letter. As he's slowly piecing back together the bits and pieces of the computer.
Please read it to me. You know I love it when we go through people's mail as they send it off the ship thinking that it's completely private.
Oh, hold on.
No way! You do that too?
She sits down and crosses her legs and waits.
He just
Would you like to join us?
Yeah, hell yeah, I want to join you.
Okay,
I mean,
but
no offense. You'll be all right, Kiana. I mean, you already married her. It's not like this love letter is really going to mean anything, obviously.
like there's a red line.
To you. To that guy, it totally means everything. But
Hey, sir?
yeah.
Sir.
What?
I believe as the humans say, shut the F up.
Oh,
You
right.
can listen. Thanks.
A red line goes down Domino's whole face, and then a hard light projector appears, and it's just a letter format of the email as he continues to work. So it just projects so they can all see the letter.
Is it like Star Wars where it goes bottom to top and it just projects like up and then cuts up?
No, Domino took the extra effort to like make it look like a letter, like even though it was an email. So it's like watermarked. It's got like the tattered edges of
Hearts on it.
just
There's now you edit it for a sad Asander just sitting in the background like this, just this back to the letter.
Careless whisper, please. Still.
No.
As I rebuild the computer.
Oh, that's harsh. Oh, that's way harsh. Oh. Wow. Well, I take it back. He's definitely competition if he can write like this. I mean, I don't know how you can write, but you can't write like this. This is like hard on a sleeve stuff.
More like brain in a jar, but yes.
Maybe that's the secret.
The secret to what?
To writing better, dummy.
Oh.
Oh, I see my hand is working now. She stands up and leaves.
Wait! I didn't mean it like that. I mean, you know, I didn't say dummy like, you know, a derogatory statement towards all female robots. I just meant it like, you know, like a, hey, dummy, what's up, dummy? You know. Wait, come back, please. I'm sorry. I'm a dummy. Where are you going?
Well, this got complicated.
It is now just apparently Domino and and this Keanu chick who is still waiting to find out what you guys know about Lacia. As everybody else has gone off to storm off after being called dummy or to go get a Sander piss drunk at this, finding out that Keanu and Lacia have in fact wed.
So, what are you up to?
I don't have a damn clue.
Me neither.
Sliding over to Asander and Snicked and Jet, what are you guys doing?
Talking to the janitorial staff.
Okay, you're trying to find out if they have a security film or...
And I no, I don't want to find out if they have a security film. Well, if they do and they tell me that, then great. But I want to find out if they saw anything, if they know where she went, if they have any eyewitness accounts of what the frick happened here.
Okay, so give me an overall diplomacy check.
Sounds good. You know what, Cody?
What?
Could I
Perhaps,
instead,
perchance,
maybe, instead,
possibly,
pretend by making myself look super fancy, say I am from management, and it is very important I know what's going on here, and I need to find out who this person is, and they need to tell me everything, because their jobs are on the line. And I'd like to make a bluff check if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah! And I'm an envoy, so I get to add a D6.
And
That's 26.
yeah, they tell you everything they know.
Sweet.
What information?
I want to know, first of all, if she was here.
Who is she? Was there a chick here that got taken? They tell you yes.
Okay, do they know who came and took her?
They said that they personally didn't see anything. One of the janitorial staff said that he saw people that looked like they were official guardsmen from the Hammertronics who had received a warrant.
Oh, okay. And did they see her get taken or run or any kind of fight happen?
They heard some yelling, but for the most part, the warrant here doesn't exactly say conscious.
Okay, so it was the electronics people that came and had a warrant to come get her. They didn't see her get taken or her escape, if that's what happened.
This one saw them carrying her out, unconscious.
Oh, okay, all right. And did any of them hear where they were going?
The janitorial staff is like, it's none of their business, but they did hear something interesting, that the warrant that was presented to the casino and hotel staff was not real. It was fake. But the way that they had just kind of barged in to take her, kind of just, they bluffed their way in.
Okay. Huh. All right, thanks. I'll go back to the group, who I assume is upstairs in the hallway, and I go up and just see Domino and the two other people, right?
Yes.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
Oh,
I think it's just Domino and Keanu.
Yeah, because V2 went off to chase Luna down.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
You just walk into like the most awkward conversation about nothing pertaining to the adventure. It's just casual conversation between two awkward people. And then they said they'd be my friends no matter what.
Well, I mean, I guess that's very kind of them. I don't know why the gorilla suit was pertinent to the story, but I'm glad that you had that experience with them.
Domino, are you?
Well, the robotic skin was Captain.
Are you're telling her the gorilla suit story? Anyways, where's the sander?
I think that Snicked is filling his tank with alcohol.
You guys do have comms, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to just call him. I want to be like, hey, where are you? I can just ask.
Shut up, Cody.
I just want to make sure you guys understand the setting a little bit.
In character, we forget all the time.
Yeah.
He said something about building him an extra port, and then he was going to pour alcohol inside of his tank.
All right, I'm going to go pour alcohol in my tank and join them. And I'm going to go off and, hey, Snicked, where are you?
I'm at the bar.
Which one?
I don't know, Sander, where do we go?
Is that the name
I
of
just
it?
followed Sander out. We're going to build a port. We're going to saturate his brain in alcohol, and he's going to get so wasted. He's going to totally murder Lacia's girlfriend, wife, whatever she is, and swoop in to the rescue.
At this point, Jet, you hear your comms going off. Dun 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 dun. As an incoming call. Hey, yo, are you fucking kidding me with all this shit? Right? You didn't even tell me that you flew too close to a star. Like, how am I supposed to fix all this? You know what?
We need to. Okay.
It's going to be at least 127,000 credits to get this work done. I mean, I can start on it, but, if you can't come up with it, I'm going to have to put a lien on your fancy ship here. And then your fancy ship becomes my ship. But I can't get it done. But, I mean, dude, what even happened?
We just malfunctioned.
I finally got the vidcoms back, man. This is some serious work. I'd be honest with you, I wouldn't even take this back out without, having me do a little something to it, trying to get it all fixed up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you need 125,000. Is that how much you need?
127,000 credits. All right, don't try to cheapskate me. All right, buddy. You got a lot of damage on this thing. It's gonna take some serious work. It's gonna take a lot of parts. I don't even got all the parts here. All right, I gotta order the parts in. I gotta have them custom made for this.
Okay. Yep. All right. I will get you your money. As long as you can fix it. Might be a few days though.
All right. I mean, I'll send the contract over right now. You know what I'm saying? It's all, I got it all written up and the whole quote. I just need your big X on there. Give me a signature. I get to work on it. No problem. But
Yeah, send it. Yep. Got it. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to pay me, otherwise this becomes my ship. So I'm just letting you know. All right.
Yeah, got it.
I don't want to put you in a hard position or nothing. But
just send me the contract.
All right. I'm out. A few minutes later.
Anyways, Snicked, are you still there? Hello?
Yeah, I think that guy's ripping you off.
Yeah, he totally is. I'm thinking we just let him fix the ship and then we shoot him in the head or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna join you on ruining our brains. That sounds fantastic.
All right, just follow the comms.
Wait, can we locate each other?
Of course we can. There's GPS.
How long have we had that?
We've always had that. They had that back way when.
Why did nobody tell me? That's incredible.
You hear a click. Who told him about the GPS? We talked about this.
This is amazing. I can see where everybody is. This is
You hear that other guy in the background trying to still talk to me.
Hey, yo, let me buy you some oil or something. All right, please. I'll buy you a whole can. Just have one drink with me.
All right, Doc, I'm going to need your help with this one. You're the one that's expert about all the bio stuff. I know about the mechanical stuff. If we work together, we can get you drunk.
It is a sad reality of my existence, Snicked.
I know, and I'm dedicated to making you happy again.
I cannot feel. I cannot love. I am doomed to die alone, Snicked.
Not for a real long time. This robot body of yours is solid. They put it together really good. You're going to be around for a long, long, long time, my friend.
Oh, God.
Hey guys, what are we talking about?
How well Sanders' body's put together. The doc's really solid here.
Yeah, your body's amazing.
This thing could keep running forever.
Forever and ever and ever and ever.
Why don't we talk about something more pleasant, shall we?
Definitely won't break it. Is there a way for you to get drunk? Do you have?
There is no way in which I can get drunk.
Maybe there's like a drunk chip, and we like put it in.
There's nothing to get drunk. There's
like a USB. And we just like it's like.
I got it. I can make a virus, right? That we insert in you, and it'll be like getting drunk.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it'll just blur his vision, and he'll feel really funny.
We can totally program this.
Do it.
It doesn't feel like it's going to do very much in terms of distracting me from the problem at hand.
That's exactly what it's supposed to do.
Well, a virus is just going to make the suit not respond as fast or as well as it's designed to do. Look, I appreciate the sentiment. I honestly do. I suppose I always knew that she wasn't interested in me. I mean, she never responded to anything. It's always very polite. And...
Yeah, what do you think? You think there's a market for getting androids drunk? Maybe we should start working on this chip.
Has to be. I mean, Luna has a mouth, but like Domino doesn't. So like maybe Luna could, but does she have a digestive system?
And then the doctor had me download the entire historical collected works of all the romance novelists. I thought it was the strangest request.
She at this point has gone to the refrigerator and found a bottle of wine that has been placed in there, and she's just sitting on the floor watching you try to repair this computer.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't have any ports.
Oh. And you see her dump her wine glass into one big wine glass, and she begins to start.
She just gets a second.
She begins just chugging it down. You know, I don't know what happened. She was so happy, and we used to like to read books. We shared books. We even got that Amazonian Unlimited, and we would read books in bed. It was wonderful. Audiobooks, they were great. We had all the classics. He-Man.
Oh, the Spindle X-1000?
Yeah, He-Man, Green...
I should have known, you know, when I saw her book collection. I should have known. All of those books had strong feminine protagonists, and the signs were I mean...
You can never know, Sandra, really, it's difficult to really tell sometimes. You know, maybe yes, she loves you now. Maybe that's why she ran away.
No, Captain, that's not what it is.
Do you think she liked women before you? Maybe, you know?
You don't have a subscription to that service with that many books all titled She-Woman or She-Power or She-Ra or whatever that fantasy fiction was. That
look.
You just don't do that. It's not something that...
I have an idea, and she pitches in, and then you still hear the guy in the background being annoying. I have an idea. We could change your body to be more like that of a human woman, and we could change your voice that's coming through your... Okay, a drink, fine. And then we could change your voice to come through.
Luna, wait. I have a really, really important question. Can you get drunk?
If I did, I would never be sober. Luna out. She just disconnects from the cup.
It's just the glass jar, but on Luna's body.
Wait. Sandra, one counterpoint to you. I think I really like super strong dudes. Does that make me like really gay?
If you are, can you please assist my friend here?
How do you keep reconnecting to the comms and then hearing what I'm saying?
I'm just muting myself.
It's another function of the system, Captain, which you're not particularly aware of.
Nobody told me how these comms work.
Look, I have to say that you can't ask for better friends. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, the nonsense that you come up with to try and lift me out of my fugue, I appreciate it. I really do. It's better than being drunk, actually. I mean, the idea of Luna going on a date, what nonsense. You know, well, that you and strong men. I mean, come on. Just that you've got those bodybuilder posters in your room simply because you aspire to have a better body. And they wear Speedos for no other reason than show off the musculature. It's absolutely fine, perfectly understandable. And Snick
says your name in his sleep just because he cares about you.
What? No, never mind. Did you find? And Snick, I take it back. I didn't mean what I said when I said that I understood why you were single. I don't understand why you were single. You're an incredibly talented engineer, and you're all just wonderful for rallying around. And look, we're in the middle of a mission, and you're all sort of gathered around to make sure that silly old doctor's all right. Well, I'm fine. I'll be all right. I'm sure.
You want to get your body?
Thanks, guys. I'm just happy to be here too. No. That was to the comms. Keep going about the wedding, though.
You can hear in the background her talking about it was seaside and it was gorgeous and the waves hit on the 3 moons at sunset.
Domino.
Yeah, yes.
You're not muted.
I am going.
Look, we don't know anything, and when we find Lacia, we'll be able to,
I saw into the mind of that Starfinder woman.
Why'd you do that?
I had to know, didn't I, Captain? And I'm jolly glad I did, actually. It's all for the best, actually. It's all for the best. Now we know where years of unrequited, passionate devotion is all for nothing. But if we find her and we find the Terrathum spheres, that's something, isn't it? I mean, that's worth carrying on for, really. Ultimately, isn't that why we should carry on fighting the good fight? I mean, I could just put my finger in a socket and end it all.
You are an important part of this team. You keep us alive.
And that first night, after the wedding,
Domino!
she just took me,
yes,
placed me on
Captain.
the bed gently.
How do you keep unmuting?
I thought I had something to say.
Doc, whatever you do, don't end yourself with an electric socket like that. That's a terrible idea. We won't even be able to recycle that marvelous machinery you got there.
Also, probably
we'll find a better way.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, there's lots to keep on living for, and you matter a lot to the team, and I think.
And Frack, you don't go looking into a woman's mind. What do you have, your mind? It's crazy.
I use a brain in a jar, so I mean.
No, he's not out of his mind. He's out of his body. That's different.
Can you take the brain out?
No, the cerebral fluid it sort of keeps me going. Nonetheless, I agree. Let's refocus and pull ourselves together. And did you find anything out from the janitors or Luna? Did you find anything out from her? I mean,
say one more thing.
She unmutes and he's still talking. If he doesn't stop talking, I'm going to murder every last human and android on the
And then I was like, whoa, now I know what a skunk is really capable of. I mean, holy shit, man.
Are you talking about Domino?
Help.
Okay,
I've never asked for help before. I've killed hundreds of people for bounties, but this is the worst day of my life.
Kiana, is there a way to turn off V2?
Please.
No. Unfortunately.
I think there's a second bottle of wine.
Oh, good.
Oh.
She's crawl over and kind of wobble up from the hall where she's been sitting cross-legged.
Sanda, we can only really know the truth about this entire situation if we find Lacia, and that's the most important thing we need to do now, is to find her. All right? Regardless of who these fucking star people are, it matters to us. She's our friend. At least she's your friend. She received your letter, and we need to find her. And that's important. And I think we need to go save Luna.
I agree on that count. Snick, did you get into the security cameras? I was having a bit of a think about that, actually. Perhaps it's wise to get into the security cameras outside of the casino to see what these goons loaded her into. They've got to have gotten her out of this hotel somehow.
They did. They just dragged her out. They were.
I've been hacking the system the whole time we've been talking. I want to make a computers check, Cody, to go through my.
Sure, David.
Can I?
Hey, I didn't say I was successful. I just said I wanted to try it.
Sure, buddy. Give me a computer's check now that I have some tables of DCs in front of me. Go ahead.
Don't look at those. Don't look at those. You don't need to see those.
You do in Starfinder. I'm sorry, but you do. 22. Neat. So, just to be clear, you're trying to hack into the streetlight system so that they can see the street cams, that's run by the government of this place. Is that correct?
Well, I was starting with the hotel we're in.
Okay, the hotel that you're in. With the 22, you have to go to a place to do this, right? Or are you remote hacking? Is that what you're doing? You're remote hacking with your ability here. Okay, if that's the case, then you feel like you have been absolutely hacking away, that you are getting in to the system completely, and you have just been digging through all the artifacts and old video files, and after about a solid 25 minutes of this remote hacking, you're starting to get the sense that you have been placed into a fake shell, which is a basically dummy system. This is a virtual operating system. This is VMware that they have allowed you to hack into, and you're doing dick.
I got good news and I got bad news. What do you want to hear?
Captain?
Bad news first.
Sure. The system's trapped.
Oh. It's not that bad.
And the good news?
I got in, but it's in the trap.
Right.
Snicked, you have realized that...
And someone's probably going to be here real soon.
We need to get to Luna and get out of here then.
You hear something you've never heard before, which is just Luna unmuting, just screaming at the top of her artificial lungs. And then, can we leave, please?
Yeah, we should actually leave. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I second that. It's probably a good idea that we leave real fast, like.
You can hear in the background, I can't believe she hit me! Did you see that?
I ran out of ammo, guys. I ran out of ammo.
Look at this!
You dented the back of my rifle.
You cut off my hand! How is that a fair trade? I rebuilt your hand? Look at this! And he's just holding up a stub to you.
Good, then you'll know how to fix it. You hear her stomping.
I like her. She's feisty. He bends down and picks his hand up with his other hand and begins, you can see like, trying to attach it.
Hey, who's coming for us, Snicked?
Just the security.
Okay, so where are we going?
Well, we can't go back to the ship because he's still working on it.
Yep.
And we gotta come up with a bunch of money.
We also need a way to get about maybe 127,000 credits. I was thinking maybe we could steal it. Not
Street
entirely
kid.
sure on that yet.
Street kids. The homeless. They hang around casinos all the time, hoping that a drunk punter will get thrown out onto his ear. They can rifle through his pockets and try and take his coin. Maybe you could try your silver tongue on one of them to see if they noticed people dressed in hamatonic uniforms dragging a woman into some kind of vehicle, unless they just dragged her across the city.
That's a good idea. You know, you are all the brain in this group. I'm gonna chase that. Actually, I'm gonna find Luna first, since we have GPS now, and that's a cool thing.
Who told him about the GPS?
Hey, I like to know where Luna is.
So back in the apartment, now that Kiana is at least a bottle and change of wine down.
She is being currently propped up onto the bed by Plucky, her dog robot, who is trying to tuck her in.
Lucky numbers.
While she is completely inebriated and very talkative, Domino would like to replay again, hard light projector, the video that she sent us. That obviously was a trap, and that Domino is convinced is still a coded message to see if her actual love of her life might know Oh God! Might know what the hidden codes are now that she's too drunk to stop herself from telling us. So he's going to and project and play that message of Lacia getting taken away.
What is? Oh my God!
This is the last time we spoke to Lacia.
Oh. It's. Let me. What? Go back! Go back! Go back! Go back! Go back!
Okay.
All right, play it again right here. And she's walking up and trying to grab your thing, like it's like gonna zoom, but you have to do it wherever her
Yeah,
hands.
she's drunk and he knows, so he just like.
She didn't have this before. What is this? And
What
she's
are
made
you
you
pointing to?
zoom in right on the bottom of her wrist, and she has a new tattoo.
Enhance. She has a new tattoo. What does it look like?
It appears to be a few boxes, and then behind that is a large circle, but they have been sort of filled in and grayed out, and they're really tiny, like almost like Roman numerals with the slash.
Okay.
It's almost
Yeah.
kind of like that, but like little tiny boxes right down here, and a triangle underneath that is filled
Okay.
in. The last box on the end is not filled in, but is rather an open box, like an open check box.
Do I know what that could mean?
There are 6 of them, followed by the triangle.
Uh-huh. So do I know what that could mean?
I don't know, Mike.
Because Mike doesn't.
What does Michael think that it means?
Something in the keys. Thanks, guy. How many are checked off?
5 of them.
Of the 6.
Tabletop or charades?
Tabletop charades. It's the same thing. This is LARPing, guys. It's basically the same thing.
Sounds like 2 lines and...
Is that what that means?
I have no idea.
Different here in the States.
Probably not even lines.
Very different. I assume Domino would know, Guy. Does Asander receive electrical inputs like the way that an android would?
He's an android for all intents and purposes.
Okay, cool. In that case, he has cropped that image and has sent it to Luna and Asander.
Where did she even get that?
I think she could get it at any tattoo parlor.
Yes, but she hates tattoos. It was all I could do to get her to get the Oasis one.
Where's the Oasis one?
You've seen it's on the other arm, kind of on the forearm.
Oh, okay.
I've just been sent a message from Domino of a tattoo.
What?
Yes, it seems to
What about a tattoo?
represent.
Tattoos are terrible for you, Selkie. See all this fur? You can't even see anything.
You'd have to shave. There's an image I'm
And
getting.
the hair just grows back every time.
Lacia has a tattoo?
Well, apparently she has a tattoo of, I would guess, the 6 ciphers in the key. And she's got 5 of the ciphers ticked off.
Are you communicating right now? And she's kind of drunkenly coming up, and she's got her face pressed into yours, Domino. What are they saying? What did she with this tattoo?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Yes.
Yeah, well, pay attention. What does the tattoo mean?
Fuck you.
Excuse me.
It has to do with Oasis.
Plucky, I need some water. And some aspirin.
I think there's another bottle of wine.
No. What are they saying about the tattoo?
That it's there. You interrupted.
Well, how did y'all even... You got this message.
Yes.
Who are those people?
Play
Play the rest of the message. Play the rest of the message.
And he starts it over again.
after the kidnapping, or right before the kidnapping, she goes, "Wait a minute. Did she said something in that place that she found the Omni key? She found the Omni key? Who had the Omni key? Who is King Corvallis?
He's just some guy.
Are you holding out on me?"
Yes.
And she stands up, and she kind of drunkenly pulls out her one laser pistol. "Now you listen to me. They took my wife, and you made me watch it 6 times. You're gonna tell me who the hell King Corvallis is right now. I'm not kidding."
He moves to the side, slightly to the left.
"Oh, I won't miss." And you see her kind of hold it up. "Now, which one of you knows who King Corvallis is?"
Which one of you? I can't. It sounds like Domino's in trouble. Maybe we should go help him.
Well, remember, we're still looking for Luna, and apparently she's somewhere in this gigantic hotel.
There she is.
Use the GPS to return this idiot to the owner. She's going back to her and just, here.
Hey, go back to your buddy. What's your name? V2?
No, that's where she was going. She was going back to her.
She's going back upstairs. Let's go follow her.
Don't you want to go and speak to the street kids?
Yes. Oh, I don't know which one to do.
Guys, do I got to remind you security details on their way?
There's so much happening. Okay, let's go get Domino, and then let's go solve that, and then we'll go talk to the street kids, and we'll get out of here because the security's coming. So let's go do that right now.
Oh, I have an idea. Keanu.
What?
And he just holds the gun.
Right before you do, she kind of tries to step back, and then she falls down, and it explodes the lamp, and you hear outside the window a little meow as it kind of ricochets around the room a little bit.
I thought it was a cat.
I'm fine.
Oh, it was.
Keanu?
What?
I have an idea.
Great. What is it?
To take us on your ship, and we'll go to King Corvallis.
Fine.
Great.
Let's get my bag.
Where is your bag?
Plucky!
Hey, Domino, we just got here. We just want to grab you and leave because security's on the way because Snick just did a bad thing. Well,
why would security be on its way?
The comms have been on the entire time.
Yeah, I did know that. Don't know how they work. What are you doing? What's going on here? We need to go talk to some street kids.
I just got us a free ship.
We don't need a ship.
Wait. No. You didn't get a free ship.
You said that our ship cost a million credits.
Well, we don't need to leave. We still need to find Lacia.
Well, I don't think that she's here.
We need to find out where she went.
He knows something about King Corvallis. They have a message, V2. Make him tell you who he is.
Who?
Is that true? You're holding out information on us after we were so honest with you?
Snicked, you're sure security's on its way?
Yep, pretty sure. Those booby traps usually come with alarms.
Good thinking. I walk over to the fire alarm and engage it. We need to run now, whilst the hotel's on lockdown.
Plucky's like, zick, 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 and then begins strapping her on top and then climbing down the window. All right, kids, I guess it's time to go.
Yeah.
Street kids await you, Captain.
Let's go. Is there a fire escape?
There is. You are about 470 floors up. And typically, the fires do get put out here very quickly. There are a lot of additional built-in sprinkler systems and stuff designed to snuff out fire. And when that is not enough, magically, there's magic that exists that people will use to protect these enormous buildings so that there's not 10,000 people dead in an instant.
Got it. Okay, I'm going to take the rest of the party, lead them over to the elevator, and go all the way down, make our way to the street level, and get the heck out of here.
Sure. You do all those things.
Cool.
And then street level for you is still kind of the middle
right.
section of the city.
Level.
No.
We make our way out, and then I'm assuming the party knows what we're doing because the comms are on. I'm going to go to a nearby bar, casino, anywhere that has alleyways, and try to look for homeless people, urchins, anything. See if they have any information.
As you're getting ready to do that, V2 kind of pulls up. All right, seriously, how hard is it for you to share information with us? Is it really that fucking hard?
I don't know what these guys were.
This is Lacia's wife. You're gonna hold out information? I thought I knew you,
We don't
Luna.
necessarily trust you. What do you want to know?
Don't trust us. We're
Because you
Starfinders.
offered me your lube does not mean that that's okay.
Hey, it took me 2 months to grow that lube.
Gross.
B2, what do you want to know?
She asked who King Corvallis was.
King
I said maybe
Corvallis-
we could take her to them.
No, we're not going to King Corvallis. King Corvallis is
Who is King Corvallis?
But he has the Omni key.
We don't know that he has the Omni key.
No.
Yes,
Her
we do.
message said that Luna found it and took it from him, and that he didn't know what he had. Watch the message again.
an area of space, and the area of space is got a giant planet. I can't remember the name of the planet or the space is, but it's just called Corvallis, isn't it? And it
Haven
and-
Shield.
Haven Shield, that's right, and that's where we were. And we were criminals, and he gave us a pardon if we could go find Oasis.
You see V2 typing, and you can see the familiar flash of information going in front of his eyes as he's kind of absorbing all of it and connecting and pulling from databases. And he turns and looks over at her.
Pardon?
It's a scrap planet. He's a warlord.
Yeah, well, okay, we won in a giant ring. That's actually how we got our freedom. But he really wanted us to find it, and I think we killed some people that were his goons, and he's after us.
Lacia was working for King Corvallis.
Yeah. So we're on the bad side.
Well, if you would have said that from the first place,
The war dogs
then
are
I
also
would have
surrounding
known
the
where
planet.
to go. I didn't realize she was being chased by criminals from outer planets.
Yes, she's being chased. She's being.
I assumed it was a corporate job, but that changes things. And she writes down, scribbles down, and she hands you a piece of paper. It says Maddox, and it says the King Dawn. I have an old acquaintance. He runs a casino here.
I should go talk to him then. Uh-oh.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Oh, okay.
Well, now it's sounding an ass.
Yeah, now you do sound like an asshole. It's an old acquaintance. He runs a casino here. He'll know.
He'll no what?
He's a mob boss.
Oh, we'll get along then. Okay. We'll talk to
But
him.
I wouldn't say that in front of him.
What does he do?
For me, he provided a lot of really great leads on some really interesting things.
So he gathers information?
For other people, maybe he does different things.
I say working with criminals at least is within your marriage boundaries. Captain, perhaps we should go and speak to these lowlives.
We should. Thank you.
Hey.
Sorry for holding out on information.
You know, he didn't... Well, who am I kidding? He'll probably kill you if you offend him. But he owes me a few favors. Although, I hope I can still call them in. Just drop my name off. And then here, and she writes on another piece of paper, here's the coordinates for where we're staying. We'll keep digging on our end. If now that we know that there's a criminal element to all of this, perhaps we can do some additional research on what docks, what ships came in, and maybe work a lead that way.
All right.
I'm going to go throw up.
Yeah, have fun. Thank you. That wasn't so hot, I guess.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, bro. Next time.
Do we have a location on this guy?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's located at the Kingdom.
That's right. I'm gonna if the rest of the party wants to, let's go there.
I don't see we have
sounds great.
Alternative.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna make my way over there.
You guys begin shifting through several blocks here on the city before you kind of emerge and break through to an uptown area for this middle section. And basically you're shifting from, I know you probably haven't been out to Vegas yet, but for those of you who have, kind of going from old Vegas into new Vegas territory as things begin to lighten up and become much brighter and cleaner and less terrible street people.
They care more here.
Yeah. This is the more touristy area, though this planet doesn't really get any tourists, but very well kept. It doesn't take you long to find the King's Dawn. It is an immaculate palace of a casino with tall, white columns leading up and huge fountains outside, along with several flying kite men that kind of circle above in these big winged contraptions that sort of seem to float and fly through the air, kind of like a ribbon dancer out above to bring and attract people in.
We need to be careful here, Captain.
Yeah.
Now, like most of the casinos you have seen here, they are not massive in scope in their footprint. So you can tell that probably this place is so nice to just compete with a lot of the other casinos and places to gamble here on planet. And it definitely appears to be one on the up and up.
Can I suggest perhaps you and Luna go in and the three of us remain in the casino so that if we need to make a distraction so that you can get out, we can?
Good idea.
Snicked, Domino, any ideas on what kind of distraction we can do that will pull away any kind of muscle that this Maddox might have?
If you guys could hack hack the hotel, hack the casino, maybe you could set off their something. I don't know. My computer's is +2.
You've only got a second grade in computers, Captain.
Hey, I studied a little bit of everything, okay?
Sticks could get into a trap again.
Well, it would certainly be a distraction, wouldn't it?
We can start shooting people. We're pretty good at that.
That too.
Snicked, you have a good familiarity, as much as you play Pazak, that casino computer systems are particularly deadly if things do not go well. And that they are also impervious to wireless hacking. But you've heard stories of it being done.
Nah, not the way I roll. I think we should probably shoot someone.
What if you didn't try and hack the computers in terms of their security? What if you tried to hack the environmental controls of the guests' apartments? Showers or water system of some kind? Something that's not particularly vital and that has absolutely no connection necessarily with the security that the hotel would be placing. If all of the showers suddenly turned on and everything started flooding, or if all the beds suddenly started vibrating, that might cause some kind of chaos or pandemonium, wouldn't it? Might be easier.
I don't know that the beds vibrating would make people leave.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think out of the proverbial body here in terms of what we can do to make sure the captain doesn't get, killed and Luna turned into a sex robot.
That got really weird.
Robot around him.
Well, I saw what was his name? N7? P1?
PPP2.
All three, I suppose. Well, no.
Look, why don't we just
Actually-
in a diplomatic way make our way in there and talk to him? Maybe we get some information out of him, and then we leave. We don't have to shoot or hack or do anything.
We'll wait for your signal.
You want me to go alone?
With Luna.
Hey, Luna, you want to do this, or you want me to go by myself?
As long as it's not near him and you're never allowed to go anywhere by yourself. We talked about this.
That's true. All right. Okay.
Remember let's go with the most recent event. Remember the
My crew
we
having.
were like, don't do that. And you were like, hey, remember that? Do you remember that whole thing? Do you remember our talk?
Oh.
So let's get a room in the casino. Step one.
Okay. Well, if me and Asan are the only ones going in.
No. The three of us, all
You
of
know
us.
what, Captain? Maybe you should stay here.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
We should get a room so this way I can try and hack into the environmental systems through the
Agreed.
actual environmental system in the room. And if they're connected, then I can maybe wiggle around in there. But they might still have some security there just so it can't be used as a backdoor
Captain,
separate system or not.
can you just give us your cred stick, please?
Why? Oh, you're gonna go get the room?
Yes.
All right.
Whilst you go and speak to Maddox.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You now have, I think, the only cred stick for the entire crew.
It's like $3,000.
It's not $3,000. It is exactly 1,130.
We're totally getting a penthouse.
Perfect.
That's
does
about what it would
1,100
cost to rent a penthouse for the evening.
Oh, I know.
We get the penthouse.
David's like, well, first off, let's get a room.
All right, good luck,
I
Captain.
couldn't tell if that was David or Snick speaking.
In fact, Domino looks to Snick and says, after the captain leaves, in case they don't rent to androids, and he hands him the cred stick.
Sorry, what were you saying?
All of you are having this argument outside of the hotel, staring at it. People are coming and going and walking past. You're trying not to say, oh, maybe we should just shoot everything too loudly. But yeah, you're basically having this argument out on the street as people walk past you.
Yeah, it's just how we do things.
Yeah. Good luck, Captain. Luna, if things happen, just tap your comms on and off twice, maybe.
I'm going to leave them on the whole time so you can hear this debacle.
Oh, really? Do we have to?
Yes.
She can be so mean at times, really.
What if they know that our comms are on and that would, speaking to other people?
Well, then you can turn them off, and we'll know that you're then in trouble.
Yeah, so why don't we just keep our comms off so that we don't get ourselves in trouble?
You're the captain, Captain.
Yeah. Just in case they find out that we're speaking to people on the other side of the middle of this meeting that's supposed to be like super secret, let's keep the comms off. I don't think that's a very difficult thing to detect. But I don't know. I don't know the comms very well. I didn't realize we could GPS.
I was going to say, Captain, you know what? Let's let you do all of the talking. And then if I think that this is going poorly, I'll just shoot them.
Sounds great. Good plan.
Okay.
Let's go.
You proceed to start marching in.
Yep.
Jet, I'm assuming people follow or don't.
Yep.
I hope so.
Well, we'll give them 3 seconds so it doesn't look suspicious.
You walk in, and the kind of front area is filled with that familiar smoke inside.
Nice.
And then past the sort of initial section, the casino opens up into kind of 2 long wings that wrap around this ridiculous statue of a stallion holding a scepter in its mouth with emerald end caps.
Okay.
The information desk, if you guys want to go that route, or you could look around the casino, or you can ask. They're definitely set up here as well, along with the payout
Okay.
places. They
yeah,
still
I'll go
do.
up
They
to
still
the
do a lot of
information
those things
desk.
manually to avoid people trying to hack or do whatever. They still play with physical chips.
Okay. I want to go up to the front desk if I can, and I don't know how I'd go about this. What's the dude's name?
Maddox.
Maddox. I'm just going to ask if a Maddox is here. and where he would be if I could speak to him.
I'm sorry, sir. If you could please lower your voice a little bit. I'm sure Mr. Maddox would be happy to see you. Are you on the books?
No, not really on the books. Just kind of like a walk-in, just kind of, meet and greet, kind of talk to him, get some information and get out of here. Yeah.
Most people do not want to see Maddox without being on the books. I will check.
I look
And it
over at
proceeds
Luna.
kind of going into the system.
It
It appears his schedule is open if you would like to see if he is available.
Of course,
as
yes, that's what I meant.
Primary guest here in the King's Dawn. You can
Yes,
find
of
him
course.
in the Emerald Scepter Room.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go with Luna and make our way over there.
As you proceed to enter into this kind of lower area, you can see that it's a VIP section. A couple of big Vescan bodyguards sit outside with a small velvet rope, and you can see all kinds of like in lights and stuff going on in the background, and it's kind of like a really nice little getaway from the upstairs casino. What's your name?
Jet Smith, captain of the Rogue Infinity.
I don't see you on the list. Nobody goes in without being on the list.
Let's just say I'm good friends with what was her name?
Do you do this? Do you do this in?
No. This is Jet's
Oh
head.
man, that would.
Jet's just like,
He is an android. I'm sorry.
and I go over to Luna. I was like, what was her name?
Oh boy, Kiana.
We're friends with Kiana.
I don't know no Kiana.
Ask your boss. I think he does.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, we've got some
And
business.
you see him kind of like wave off to the other one. He steps aside. He kind of presses some buttons. Yeah, I got people here looking for Maddox or trying to get into the VIP room. They said Kiana had sent them. You know any Kiana? Is she ran out the room or anything like that?
I believe her last name is Reeves.
Check with the boss. Oh. Okay then. Just you two?
Yeah, just us.
All right. Enjoy your stay. And he lifts the velvet rope up.
Thank you very much. You've been very helpful. I'll go in.
The second guard follows behind you and kind of puts a big long claw over your shoulder. The boss said he would see you now.
Great. Where's he at?
And he points back over to a sort of like little table section in the kind of a rounded off area. At the table, you can see a beautiful blonde-haired woman, which is like over the top dressed, and she's very stacked, and she's got her hair up and pretty and all the makeup on, kind of over the top a bit. And then next to her is a very slender man that appears to be in maybe his 50s, probably not his 60s, probably his 50s. He's got slick black hair, and he has a long, thin nose. You notice that he does not have any sort of augmentations or machinery or robotics or cybernetics attached to him.
Is he human?
He is a human. So is the woman. He is kind of leaning back, and he's smoking on like a really big cigar.
I'll make my way over. I'm gonna sit down, and as I do, I'm gonna say, "It's good to find another human out here. They're rare, especially one that's not nearly as augmented."
Do I know you?
No, What do you do now?
So it's interesting because, you know, most people that come to see me down here, I know at least, or at least I heard of them or something. Let me see here. Give me a moment.
Sure. Look me up.
He presses 3 buttons on the table, and you can see immediately in a hologram a Sanders face, and Jet's face, and Luna's face, and Snick's face, and Domino's face. You can
Jet
see
is like
your
internally like,
your
but
ship.
he doesn't show it.
You can see your ship returning. All right, let's see. Which one are you? You are this one right here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we know about you. You see him kind of spin, flip, flip. You can see your birth date go by. Where are you from?
Nice.
Let's see. You're from from Orlo. Let's see. What's Orlo like? All right, hot. What? 500 million people? Oh, man, you born out in the sticks. What are you, a farm boy? What? Yeah. Coming to a big city, looking at me for. What do you mean, farm boy? What about you? No, boring. Robot, doctor. Gambler. And he pulls up Snick's face. Pazak player. Now that's somebody, you know, that's somebody you should keep around.
Yeah, we like Snicked. He's good.
Yeah, let's see here. And he flips a few more. All right, let's see. Who do you know? Since I don't know you, maybe I should know, who you know before you come talking to me. Let's see what we got here, farm boy. Jet Smith, 22 years old, on some planets. Other planets, you got birth dates going back to 40. Yeah, you're not 40. All right. And he kind of flips through.
It's, disguises.
Let's see. Oh, look at this. What do we have here? Bounty, 25,000 credits.
Oh, you caught me.
Bounty, 50,000 credits. Oh, look at this. We got the ringer. 75,000 credits over on Jasper 9. Who'd you piss off over there?
Yeah, it's a long story.
Yeah, well, I find most of them are. So, if you'll excuse me just one moment, and at this point, he kind of snaps, and 4 Vesk come up from behind you, Luna, and they attempt to clamp you clamp something onto you.
Whoa,
onto
hey.
your arms.
Okay.
Do you allow them to do this?
Yes, she has her blades in her hands.
Okay.
The ones that come out of her wrists. So she'll.
They clamp these devices onto you, and as soon as they take their hands back, you recognize these. These are used to muffle recording systems, so that conversations can be private when done in front of either robots or androids. It's designed to very specifically muffle recording systems. Do you do anything?
No. She just smiles.
Yeah, and this one's for you. And he kind of sets it out in front of him, and it's like a little cone pointing at you. You recognize it as a very similar device. Now that I know that I, can trust you a little bit, if, maybe I turn you in for 75,000 credits, maybe I shouldn't trust you,
there's
what
a
are you
lot
here
on their
for?
systems that they aren't telling you, and if you want to have a conversation, maybe you can learn some more about me, and then I could get something out of you.
What are you looking for?
Lacia.
I don't know no Lacia.
Well, you know me just fine, and I didn't have to tell you anything. I figure you
Yeah,
could find
well,
out.
see, the thing is it has nothing to do with Lacia, because you said something about Keanu. All right, now, Brandy, baby, listen, I'm sorry, all right? You know I love you, all right? But there was girls before you, just like I'm sure that, there were men before me, all right? I'm sure you won't take offense to it or nothing, but, me and Keanu, we go way back. I hadn't seen her in a while, all right? I just wanted to find out what was going on. No offense, baby. That's fine, Maddie. Why don't you give us a moment here? And she kind of gets up and does her walk across the room.
Okay.
You wouldn't believe when I first met her. Oh, she was shining shoes. Can you imagine a girl like that? On her hands and knees, shining shoes, all right? Somebody had to pick her up out of the dirt, make something out of her.
Right. Yeah. How long have you known her?
See, me and Brandy, we've been married 3 years. And I ain't never cheated on my woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta have respect there, right? You can't be stepping out on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Lacia, I feel like you do know who she is.
No, I don't know no Lacia. I want to know how you know Kiana. All right? I don't know. Am I muffling over here? Did I say Kiana? I said Kiana, right? You said
We know
Kiana first.
through Lacia. You see, we're looking for her because she's got some information that we need. She's also a friend.
Your
You know,
friend. Well,
Yeah.
your friend and I used to be a thing, and I'm gonna be honest. She broke my heart a little bit. All right, I ain't never let nobody get that close to me like that before. But how is Kiana? Is she alive? Do you know
This
where
is
she
all
is?
very touching.
Actually, she's doing well. She's fine.
Good,
Yeah.
good to hear. So, you're friends of Kiana.
Mm-hmm.
She obviously sent you here because I don't know no one else that would have said, "Hey, go find Maddox. Mention Kiana's name." All right. That was a long time ago. And nobody is stupid enough from this place to pull that trick. And I could tell from your record here, you all over the place, farm boy. You ain't from this place, so I'm reckon that you do know Kiana and that she did send you here.
We know her by extension.
So, what can I do for you?
I kind of look over at Luna just to kind of gauge like any kind of emotion as to what she feels right now, and I'm assuming I just get.
She's still smiling at him. And she doesn't normally smile.
You know, I can't really get this to you without trying to rub you the wrong way, and I don't want to offend you. I also don't want to lie to you. We don't know Kiana. We didn't know Kiana until today, and that's because she used to be married to Lacia. Lacia is the one we care about. We found her in our path. She sent us to you because you might know where she is. You seem to have a lot of information. There's lots of people. She's been kidnapped. We need to know where she went. She's really, really important to us. She has things on her, information that we need. We're not hunting her. We need her. Figure we can come to you.
Kiana sent you in here to ask me all this.
Because she cares about Lacia. Yes.
Look at that. Kiana's all grown up. Got herself another wife. Alright. So, tell me about this Lacia chick. She was kidnapped how long ago? Where? What part of town?
It couldn't have been.
Why would I know
week
anything
ago.
about this? I'm in the shipping business. You know what I'm saying?
It
Ships
couldn't have
come
been
in, they report. I get my hands on reports. That's about what I can do for you. So why don't you tell me when she was taken, and maybe I could do some backlog work.
She sent us this, and I will just play the message she sent us, the one where she's feasibly got kidnapped.
He kind of sits back and watches this whole thing unfold, and he kind of smokes on his cigar a little bit, and as it finishes up, those motherfuckers, and he kind of slams his cigar down, puts it out real quick. I try to run a good business, right? And I say, hey, fly under the radar when you can, all right? I want to make sure you're not IA. I know you're not IA. You're bringing me something like this. This is something that I don't necessarily want to get tangled up in. But then I see these people are working the casinos. See, I don't like that because there are promises made from my business that this kind of hanky-panky don't go on in any casinos, not on this side of town. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
When was this taken, farm boy?
It had to have been at least most 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago.
2 weeks ago. All right. Hold on. And he pulls up a little data pad and he begins kind of scrolling through and flipping. No. 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 Well, what do we have here? 15 days ago, looks like we got a ship coming in filled with several drow called the Wyvern Shane. I'm sorry, the Wyvern Shane. No. Wyvern. That's a weird word. Wyvern. Who says Wyvern? I ain't never seen a Wyvern before. I heard they're real things on some planets, Anyways, listen.
Dragon?
The Wyvern Shade came in, got a few drow on it, equipped, said that they were here to parlay for one of the companies. And looky on the bookies. And he holds it up, and they had an appointment with the Hammertronics.
That's it.
But looks like this crew came in from this sector, and he begins to kind of type in, and you can see them tracking this because as ships come in from the drift, they sort of track what the previous projections were, and you can tell that it's probably out from Haven Shield.
All right.
This is that Hammertronics job. I didn't realize that. You know, I got a few people inside of Hammertronics that know some people, and I can tell you right now, honestly, they ain't involved. They're not too happy about all this, and they want to see whoever and whatever came in, brought to justice.
So you think they're trying to find Lacia as well?
Well, they probably set up a real meeting with them. You know what I'm saying? And Hammertronics didn't put two and two together. I don't know why.
Right then.
They must have had at least some form of real business to discuss.
I don't know what to make of all of it. But at least we have a new trail. Where to go next?
So here's what I'm going to do for you, farm boy. See, I got some friends that would very much like to see these people brought to justice. And you know what I think would make it just the sweetest thing is if they got stuck here on planet. No way to get off. So, I'm going to do a little digging for you. Alright? My boys here are going to take your phone number, figure out where you're staying. Are you staying upstairs? It's a great place. Got a good view.
Yeah, I suppose we are now.
Yeah, well, good. And I'm going to figure out where these Wyvern Shade people are staying. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they got your friend. But, and he kind of is holding out the card. In exchange, I want the ship.
Which one?
Not your ship. I don't want this. And he kind of points up to your ship on the hologram. What am I going to do with this? Do I look like a man who needs things? No.
No, of course not.
I want their ship. It's mine. Do you understand me?
Yeah, me and my crew could go attain that ship for you.
Now,
Could, if you pay for ours to be fixed. Otherwise, we can't go anywhere and do anything.
what is this, a negotiation? Look at them in here. They ain't here to negotiate with me. All right, how much is it to fix your ship? What happened?
127,000 credits.
127,000
Our
credits?
captain here captained us into a sun, and she just kind of slowly looks over at him.
Trying to lose the fleet from Haven Shield.
Well, farm boy. Maybe you should go back to captain school. I don't even know if they have it out there on Orlo.
No, look.
A Dust Ball. Do they even have? They have real ships out there?
If I had the choice, I would go down to Toshi Station to pick up some power converters. But we didn't have that option, did we?
Look, I don't know if you were homeschooled or what, but maybe you don't fly so close
Think
to
we
the
had
sun.
school down in Desert Planet number 6? No, of course we didn't. All right?
All right, listen, farm boy. I can't fix your ship for 127,000 credits. But I tell you what. I will split this ship. I got a crew, can, make it, break it down a little bit. Little for me, little for you, 2 for me, 2 for you, 1, 2, 3 for me, 3 for you. You know what I'm saying? Little
Sure.
back and forth.
Right. We can use the bits to fix ours at least.
Or sell it. Or, I don't know. Find another ship. Apparently,
That's
from
fine.
all these bounties you got on your head, it's not the first ship you would have taken. You know what I'm saying? Also,
Yeah, but special.
I want to assure you that while 75,000 credits don't exactly make my blood boil, it is enough to maybe, sell a little bit of information here, there. Hey, did you know so-and-so's on planet? I don't know who so-and-so is. Maybe it's these Wyvern Shade people. Maybe it's Farm Boy. Keanu or not, I want the ship. I gave you the information, and I expect the ship.
Don't worry,
Capiche?
We owe you enough just for this information.
See?
You can count that ship as yours.
I can tell you're a good business person, farm boy. All right,
Yes.
now, go out there, give me my ship. Boys. And they kind of step up and proceed to start unclamping your recording devices, Luna.
All right.
I'll be in touch with you tomorrow about the business.
Of course. Thanks again.
Now skedaddle. Brandy's coming back, all right? Hey, baby. Thank you for waiting, sweetheart. And she sits back down as you guys are escorted out of the Emerald Scepter.
As soon as we make our way out, I look over at Luna and was like, hey, good job. That was good negotiating. What?
He stares at you.
What? I didn't do anything. What did I do? I think I talked to him just fine, and it was really great. And we got everything we needed, and we got a job, and we're going to get our ship fixed. And that's a good deal.
Hey, Doc, you got that cred stick? Let's get that room. Create that diversion. We're going to need the penthouse.
I was going to say, we were in the middle of that meeting. He's like, are you staying in the top floor? I just see a notification on my credit card. Just, all my money's gone. Just, yes, we are.
I couldn't agree with you more, Snicks. As far as, I mean, we know the captain's, he's pretty good at negotiation. Yes, I suppose we should get that room. All right. Well, yes, you're the only one here who's basically organic. I suppose you should do it.
Well, you got an organic brain. That's pretty close. All right, give me that cred stick. Hey, you. This guy. I want to get a room.
Wonderful, sir. How many rooms would you like?
I just need one penthouse room.
So
That's
your
it.
clan will not be joining us. We have had Isoki patrons. Normally, we find that they travel in packs.
I got these robo guys with me today, and we're hanging out. But that ain't to say I don't got some cousins around here. I pretty much everywhere I go, I run into at least a cousin or two.
Wonderful, sir. If your cousins decide to stay with you, please let us know. We have a maximum occupancy for each room of 3 people. And or 7 children.
For the penthouse?
Oh, you're interested in the penthouse. Well,
Yeah, we need a big room.
excellent.
We could probably fit like 400 of us in there. It'd be great.
But we're not going to do that. We're just 2 androids, he, and our Yusoki friend.
One moment.
Right.
What is the name?
My friends call me Whiskers. Here's a cred stick.
One moment. It appears that we will have that room available for 1,075 credits for 13 hours.
Enhance.
Perfect.
Excellent. And he literally sticks his hand out for you to stick the cred stick in.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be an in-room bar, right?
Absolutely. It is the penthouse. Would you like to take out a loan for chips, or will you be paying for cash?
Loan is fine. Just charge it to that stick.
Perfect. Will do. How many chips would you like?
You got
4,000?
Perzak here, right?
4,000, 10,000, or 20,000?
Oh, I can make some credits. Let's go with the 4.
4,000. Excellent. We, of course, charge a 0.0725% interest rate on any credits not returned within 24 hours.
Snicked.
And because you are staying in the penthouse suite, you get a bonus of 50 credits.
Oh, yeah. All right, Doc, I'll be up in a little bit.
Domino?
I'm going to double our money. You'll see.
Yes.
Help?
How can I be of service? You seem completely uninjured, Doctor.
I am Snicked has just gone gambling. Do you remember what happened last time? The zucchini?
Yes. That's how
you're just going to let him
have any ports.
Did that stop him? Remember, we were cleaning for weeks.
But he did win money.
As you guys have this conversation, Snicked, you move over. Obviously, Scrap Heap is not allowed within the casino, so he can either stay with the crew and head upstairs, or they have like a little droid parking, like stroller parking at an amusement park area for the casino.
Scrappy, I would send you up to the room with the rest of the gang, but I'm really pissed at you. Go sit with those other junkers. Think about what you did. That's right.
And in front of you, Snicked, you see rows and rows and rows of all kinds of casino games. But one game stands out in particular as you look over and see a crowd gathering for the Pazak tournament that is getting ready to start.
Oh, yeah, beelining it there.
Captain.
Yeah, I make my way over to you guys.
Captain, are you there?
Hey, I saw
I'm turning off my comm.
win some money. That's pretty cool.
And Jet, you get a notification, ding, 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 with your room number, and you can see a debt taken out of 20,000 credits in casino chips. And that is where we are going to end our session for the evening.
Just like getting more and more angry. Just
And that, Jacob, is how you shoot somebody in the head.
Jacob thinks this is like awesome. Like Jet's so pissed. But like I want it.
So I love the fact that Smith, over the course of this campaign, has developed like a serious gambling habit.
And you're trying to get a Sander drunk?
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here for Oasis. If you are a patron, you know that we had some acts of God for the podcast, that you will be getting that tomorrow, because we're about to go and record that literally right now. So before we go off and head off into the wonderful abyss of the Jade Colossus, here with a few words for our lovely sponsors is the one and only SCLANDERS.
Yes, words. Now we speak them. Fantasy Grounds. Fantasy Grounds is our tabletop virtual. I screwed it up. I'm sorry. I'm fired. I quit.
All right, here with a few words for our lovely sponsors is the one and only Lauren B.
Hey guys, do you like dungeons? Do you like painting them? Well, do it in a studio. You can buy it on Steam. It's pretty great. Also, if you guys are interested in playing, online games, just showing off your maps. If you don't have any friends, you can find some online. There's groups where you can go find people to play with for Fantasy Grounds and make friends. Also, check out the Patreon.
I kind of feel like there was worse.
From there.
I guess that's it.
I am going to shamelessly plug the Nerdarchy Kickstarter that is already funded.
Go support Nerdarchy. Woot woot. We love your faces. We're gonna go raid somebody. Maybe Bub. Is Bub streaming right now?
Also, we'll be at Gen Con on the Friday of Gen Con at 6 o'clock.
No, at 3 to 6.
That don't get there at 6 because that's the end.
Unless you want to find and hunt SCLANDERS. We will see you next week. We love your faces. Thanks for watching. Adieu.